In Charlotte's Mecklenburg County, the number of unhoused individuals has risen to over 3,000 people. Meet Your Neighbor highlights their journeys of resilience and hope, showcasing supportive housing communities' critical role in making homelessness rare, brief, and non-recurring.
Our dad did some bad things, and it's what caused me and my little brother to go into the system. Some very bad things happened to me when I was younger. I wasn't able to handle the fact that I was separated from my younger brother, and it sent me down a bad spiral. They tried to put me into a hospital for psychological treatment, thinking that something was wrong with me. It was more of a trauma response to having the last biological family I had being snatched from me while I was asleep. And it made me have horrible paranoia issues, which I still have, because I'm like, one day I could just wake up and somebody that I am really close to could just not be there anymore. They could just disappear while I'm asleep. I kept running away from like homes and other places. I didn't have a stable home. I kept getting hurt by adults, and I did something that put myself in danger by running away and taking care of myself as a child. I slept in parks, I slept and hid in like under bridges. I was doing anything to not be found when I was younger, because I was like, whenever you're younger, if an adult finds you and you're a kid and you don't have a house, they're gonna call CPS, they're gonna try to get you into a house. I just stayed out of ICE. Something I did when I was younger is I would sit at parks on a swing for hours, and I would just swing there, and sometimes people would stare at me and they would be like, hey, do you need help? And I'd be like, no, and they would leave, but sometimes people would leave like food or clothing items for me to take. I was sleeping at the top of a park area, and somebody had woke me up in the middle of the night and was like, hey, do you need help? Are you lost? And I was like, huh? And I was so tired that I wasn't even processing what I was saying, but I guess at some point I had stated, I don't have anywhere. And they had called somebody, and from there I met one person that came. They was like, hey, we're going to bring you to our house for a couple days, and then we're going to get you dropped off to a shelter that's going to start helping you. And I got dropped off at the Center of Hope, and from there is whenever things started taking off. And I'd say about a couple years I stayed inside that shelter trying to like build up to where I am now, which is getting inside of here. It was like I finally had my own space to be me, and I was safe from other prying eyes. I have been able to start therapy now. I have my medical card, so I can like make dentist appointments and doctor appointments and stuff. I'm able to get food now. I'm not starving every few days. I'm able to have like a meal every day. I have a bed to sleep on. I will say that there is 2 people currently in the staff team that I am particularly very close to, because they've helped me quite a bit, and I've grown accustomed to trusting them because they've actually tried to reach out a bit more. Miss G and Miss Shelby. Okay. Those 2 have really been like a solid rock for me. They've been helping me even whenever I tried to push them away. They didn't just be like, okay, well, you're pushing me away, so I'm just going to leave you be. They stayed around, and they essentially kept pushing back until I let them in. Every ounce of help that this place gets is what keeps it afloat. Every donation that is given to the place is what helps it stay the way that it is. But if you're in a situation where you're not financially able to have money, they will help you get a job, and they will help get you on your feet, and they'll give you a place to live. I would say, despite everything that any homeless person has went through, despite not wanting the help, sometimes it's better to reach out for help than to keep to yourself, because there's been situations where people didn't reach out for help, and it's caused horrible incidents. People have died from how cold it's gotten. People have gotten sick and all this other stuff. They've ended up down horrible roads because they refused to get help whenever they knew they needed it, and they were just too scared to ask for it. If you're actually in need of help and you want to get a change, if you want to find a place that you can count as a place to live in, then this would reach out. It helps a lot whenever you actually do reach out.